Good evening, RV students and staff. I'm Ericka Soles, host of the Golden Devil Tribute. Today marks the exact date that the Golden Devils were supposed to take place in the RV pack. Unfortunately, due to the pandemic, we can no longer have an in-person ceremony. But the Academy has decided to still honor extracurricular excellence through this video. Now, the Golden Devil Awards are usually a very formal event, so I should probably get changed. That is so much better. I bought my prom dress before this whole pandemic thing happened, so I'm really glad I have an excuse to wear it now. Tonight is dedicated to highlighting some of the greatest extracurricular achievements of the students at RV this past year. I just want to give a huge shout out to Dr. Heilig and Mr. Martin for allowing me to be able to change the Golden Devils and make it a little bit different this year. Speaking of, here they are.
Hello and good evening. This is Dr. Heilig, your superintendent. Thanks to all the students and families for tuning into the Golden Devil Awards program tonight. This school year, as you know, has been one for the ages. And as such, the Golden Devil Awards adjusted and took on a new form, the Golden Devil Tribute. Thanks to the students and staff who were able to put this together in such a short period of time. If there is one thing that continues to amaze me, it is our resolve at Rancocas Valley. It's our ability to overcome challenges and adversity and press on to those things that really matter to us. Thanks again for watching and have a great night, RV.
Hey Red Devil Nation, this is Mr. Martin. I hope you're doing really well this evening. It is my absolute pleasure to be here with you tonight to celebrate the Golden Devils Awards Tribute evening. With that said, I can't go on without stopping to pause and thank Ericka Soles. Ericka, if you don't know her, is an amazing junior here at RV who has gone so above and beyond. You know, 3 to 4 weeks ago, she reached out to me with some ideas about not letting the Golden Devils not happen this year. And we chatted a little bit. She took some thoughts and just ran with them. And voila, snap of the fingers, here we are tonight watching this amazing recognition of students. If you don't know what the Golden Devil Awards have been, it's just a way of kids and staff reaching out to our student body to recognize them for the work they do in the extracurricular setting. In the academic slash scholar setting, there's often much accolades and recognition for that in scholarship. Athletics, there tends to be a lot for that too. But for your person who's out there involved in a club, in some kind of event, whatever it may be, this is where we got the opportunity to put the spotlight on you. So Ericka thought, what can we do this year? Let's do a tribute. We have so many accomplishments from 1920. The whole year's not a wash. We know it's been an epic roller coaster of a year, but we overcome that. Rancocas Valley overcomes, we persevere, we overcome all kinds of challenges. That's who we are. So with that said, we're looking forward to a great evening. Ericka, you're a genius for making this happen. Rich Snyder, Grace Otto, alumni from RV, thanks for getting this started a couple years ago. It's been my pleasure to work with you and the Academy of putting this together. Here we go, an evening of the Golden Devil Awards Tribute. Take it away, Ericka.
Thank you guys so much for making an appearance. Now, a lot of amazing things have happened at RV this year, even with the limited amount of time we had. So first, let's start by honoring some new clubs and events that came to be this year. Firstly, we have the People's Podcast, a podcast dedicated to getting the inside scoop of what's going on around RV. The club was started this year by senior Jada Owens. All of the episodes are available on SoundCloud and the RV website, and I highly recommend you check them out. They have episodes about a Holocaust survivor visiting the school, book club sessions, and the Martin Luther King Day of Service. I spoke to the creator of the club, Jada Owens, and she said, "It wasn't easy with the small group we had, but we pulled it off and the quality became better and better over time. I'm proud of my podcast team for their contributions and myself for starting a club like this last minute, and hope that next year it can continue to grow." The RV Give Back Org is a lesser known club at our school that is dedicated to feeding the less fortunate people in our community. Mrs. Poteet told me about how she started the group. She was inspired by her church's food pantry and decided that RV should have one too. She brought her idea to Mr. Martin and it became a reality through the hard work of students and staff members. I asked some members to talk about their time in the club and this is what they said. Devin Krillman says, "It means so much that I could be involved in a group that was able to help so many others." Maya Martin said, Being a part of this amazing experience really shows me how strong RV Pride truly is. Even through the pandemic, the RV Give Back organization continues to serve families. Their work does not go unnoticed, and I can't wait to hear about how this group continues to grow in the coming years. Next, we have the Majorettes. This brand new dance group was created this year. You may have seen them on the sidelines of the football games sporting their gorgeous black and red outfits. Here's an interview with Chanel Lindsay, Sanaya Holmes, and Miss Arpino talking about the club.
I wanted to try something different at this school because I learned they didn't have a majorette dance team. Or like nowhere else in South Jersey has a majorette dance team except for Willingboro.
It's like an accomplishment that, oh, I made this, like, oh, I'm like, me and my friends made this, we're on this team, like we did this, and it's a good feeling.
These girls represent diversity and women empowerment, and this is definitely a club where they can come and they can express themselves and they can dance.
Also, who can forget that legendary performance that the Majorettes did with the Steppers, dance team, and color guard at homecoming this year? Can we roll a clip from that?
Big James, show your fools, this is celebration. If you ain't getting money, what's your occupation? Check my DNA, the A and K.
That was a show-stopping number. Speaking of dancing, the dance team went to nationals again this year. They scored second place in their kick and team routines, and they also hosted their annual Reach for the Stars show in the RV Pack. There were also many other performances that took place on the Pack stage this year. RV's Got Talent, hosted by FBLA, was a big hit once again. This year's winner was Hamilton Scudder with his ventriloquist act. Here he is with a message for all the viewers.
Kermit the Frog here. Peter Griffin from Family Guy. Definitely human. You know who I am. I'm 4-time nominee, 1-time winner of the Golden Devil Awards for Best Non-Published Editor, Hamilton Scudder. And I would have won the Best Walk-Up Award had I had multiple people so I could do a conga line, because the first place had a conga line going up, but I'm only one guy, so I couldn't do a conga line. But I did a crab dance. That was pretty good for one guy. It was unfair. It was stacked dance moves. But I digress. Anyway, here this evening to help me is John, the Velociraptor. Yes, this is one of my dummies, John, him along with Ennert, who I don't feel like having to because camera work. But we performed in this year's RV's Got Talent. And, of course, what better place to find extracurricular excellence than RV's Got Talent? It is the widest showcase of RV's talent as a whole, as the name would suggest. It seems kind of obvious that that's the best. So a huge thank you to Mrs. Gray. Even though complications arose, she made sure the event ran smoothly, and overall it did very successful. Which is, we're of course very lucky and thankful, because it was one of the events that did not get cancelled by COVID-19. It was too early for it. And there were plenty of things that did get cancelled, which is very unfortunate. Some things that we enjoyed that were not cancelled were, of course, the play and the School Musical. Great job to everyone in the theater department, except for Michael Pliskin, who denied me my walk-up award last year when he knew, he could tell that I was obviously destined to... But he digresses. Oh, yes, so thank you to every one of the performers and managers that made this year's entertainment run so smoothly. You all did fantastic work with what little of the year we had, and overall, just enjoy the rest of the video. Bye-bye.
Thanks for coming, Hamilton. Hold on one second. My phone is ringing. I'm so sorry. This is so unprofessional. Hold on. It's my friend Alana Burden. Hey, Alana.
Hey!
What's up?
Oh, same old, same old. Why are you wearing your prom dress?
Oh, I'm hosting the Golden Devil tribute. You're actually on camera right now, so say hi to everyone.
Oh, hi everyone.
I was just about to start talking about Thespian Society's accomplishments this year. And since we're both in the club, would you like to talk about them with me?
I'd love to.
Great. Red Devil Dramatics got to do both their play and musical this year, even with the shortened time. The fall musical was The Addams Family. Congrats to all the cast and crew involved with the show. There was a review written about the show in SNJ Today.
In the spring, RV performed their production of The Outsiders. This production was nominated for 4 Foxy Awards and won the Foxy for Outstanding Achievement in Choreography and Movement. It was also performed by an all-female cast and a traditional male cast, which gave a unique spin on the story.
Great job, Alana. I should probably hang up now because I have another special guest coming to talk more about the theater program at RV.
Okay. Well, it was great getting to do this with you.
No problem. See you later.
Bye.
Our next special guest is Jenna Springer, who is involved in both productions and is here virtually to talk about them.
Hi everyone, I'm Jenna Springer. I was part of both the play and musical. I'm a senior, and for the musical I played Wednesday Addams, and that was just so much fun. I mean, you know, it was a different timing than we would usually do the play or musical, but I'm so happy we did it so early due to this pandemic, and I'm so grateful that we did a musical in the fall. And I mean, who would have known that this would have been happening? Playing Wednesday Addams has been a dream role of mine. I've always wanted to play her. I was like, I have to go for it, and then I got it, and I was in a cast with everybody I loved and so many talented humans, and it's like, what? Like, how did I get here? How is this my school? Everybody here is so talented, everybody puts in work and effort, and we all want the same thing. We want a good show. I will always remember when we were doing opening night for the Addams Family. I was really nervous because I had to sing Pooled, and I didn't want to mess up because my parents were there. It was my last opening night of the show, so I was really nervous. And I remember we're all backstage, the Addams Family. So it was me, Le'Veon, Brendan, Paul, Zaza, who is Lurch, Aiden Holmes, Madeline Hines, and Liam, and we all came together. We're like, we got this, we're gonna rock out. We've been working so hard. We love this show. We love everyone in it. Let's go. Just doing that show after that, it was just like, oh, I get like chills thinking about it because it was so much fun to do, and I was so grateful that I got to do it. For The Outsiders, I was a student director, which was definitely a change for me. I was kind of jumping into it because, you know, you have to figure everything out. You don't know what's gonna happen. So I was really grateful that I had Mr. Pliskin, and I had all my friends in the show and everybody I got to meet, because they were all willing to work with me and work with my ideas. And not only did the cast respect me as a student director, but they also were my friends. So it was so much fun to be able to do that and put my work out there. You know, it's a staple part of your middle school. You all read it in 8th grade, and you read about Ponyboy, and you have some connection to the story. And to these group of guys, and then having that twist with a female cast and also having a traditional cast and trying to make it our own was so much fun. And then getting awarded a Foxy for choreography and movement, and going to say, oh, I was a part of that, like I helped out with that.
The RV Thespians went to New Jersey Thespian Festival this year, and 7 of their performances placed superior. RVTV gave us the morning announcements every day with their brand new set, and even through the pandemic, the members are working hard to make new videos in order to be played next year. A great event that happens every year is Relay for Life. It raises money to help fight cancer and is so inspiring every single year. There are also many other clubs and events that help the community every single year. Habitat for Humanity is one of those clubs, and this year they went to a house in Leisuretown to work on fixing it up. They washed the house, cleaned out the gutters, cleaned up overgrown trees and shrubs, and did a whole bunch of other repair work. Their job did not go unnoticed, as the homeowners and neighbors were very appreciative of all their hard work. Helping Furry Friends is another club for a good cause that prides itself on partnering with local animal shelters to improve the lives of their animals before they are adopted. This year, they asked students and staff to bring in old t-shirts, which they cut up, tied up, and turned into ropes and toys for the animals. Another important club to RV students is Best Buddies. Best Buddies unites Flip students with Gen Ed students to create an inclusive environment. This year, the Buddies had a luncheon and a Christmas party together. The Buddies contact each other weekly. Martin Luther King Day had a huge turnout this year. Many students turned their day off into a day on by participating in volunteer events at Falwell Elementary School. Lit Mag had a huge return this year. The literary magazine Inklings hosted many writing workshops after school, as well as a Dropbox poetry contest, which 40 people entered in. They also worked with the Poetry Out Loud Club. Make sure to keep an eye out for their spring issue, which will be coming later this month. The Poetry Out Loud Club held its second annual school contest this year. Mr. Pliskin, Miss Filaro, and Mrs. Stopek worked together with students to help them select their poem and learn how to perfectly recite it. This year's winner was Jada Owens. She moved on to the regional contest at Rutgers Camden. The club and several other interested students attended the regional contest to support Jada, and the Academy couldn't be more proud of the accomplishments of her and the rest of the Poetry Out Loud and Lit Mag members. RV has a lot of clubs dedicated to teaching the next generation of leaders. FBLA is one of those clubs. This year they introduced a new event called Buckets for Babies, which was a basketball tournament in order to raise money for March of Dimes. Model UN also trains young leaders. This year, as per tradition, the RV Model UN team headed to the MUN conference in Hershey, PA. The MUN team weren't the only people competing this year though. The RV mock trial team continued to grow and develop this year. All of the attorneys and witnesses were participating for their first or second time. All of their hard work paid off as they won their first trial this year. RV was also featured on The Classroom, which was a super cool opportunity for everybody involved. Here is Jay Dadhanio, one of the contestants on the show, to talk about his experience.
So in October, 3 RV students were able to go against 3 RV teachers in the new hit show, The Classroom. And it was in October, and the show aired about 2 weeks after we've taped it. And as one of the students on the show, it was really cool and really fun to be on it. It's a very impromptu game. You gotta be quick on your feet and you gotta have quick hands. So it was definitely a lot of fun being on there. I got to meet the host, Mr. Richard Curtis. He's a really cool, really fun guy. And I think that's the way a lot of TV show hosts are. They're really upbeat, they're really fun. And he led the show amazing, and it was really easy to follow along. It was a tight game, and it did come down to the last question. I don't want to spoil too much about it. You guys can go watch that. It is on YouTube, but it was super fun to be on this show. And if you guys watch it, hope you guys enjoy.
Unfortunately, Red and White Night did not get to happen this year, but luckily we still got to compete in some Red and White Night events during school. Even throughout the pandemic, I still felt RV students supporting one another when the Ron captains released a video on the night of Red and White Night. We didn't need to be physically together to feel the RV pride, which is what I think makes our school so great. To all the seniors who feel like they're missing out this year, my heart goes out to you. I can't even begin to imagine what you feel right now. But I hope that this video has been a light to remind you of the good times at RV. You are all extracurricular champions. I hope that we can do this event in the RV Pack next year instead of on YouTube. But until then, hold tight RV. Remember, Red Devil Nation forever. Thanks for watching.